Oh, think about this business scenario. You work as a data analyst for an electronics retailer, and then management wants three new columns added to your sales data. And those columns are revenue, your total sale, and order category, basically. So in today's video, what you're going to learn in Power Query is you'll use every argument of the Table.AddColumn function, okay, in Power Query. You'll reference existing columns, and then you'll reference newly created columns, perform mathematical calculations, and then apply the business logic with if statements to create a new column, and assign data types during column creation. So let's first look at the data. Okay, this is the data, and over to the right is our syntax that we use for in Power Query. And I'll bring in the Power Query in just a second. But basically, this is our raw data set right now. And what we want to do is create a revenue column from this, and then the total sales column, okay? And then at the end, we'll add an ordered category column based upon those columns that we just added. So let's now look at the end result of this. And this is the end result of what Power Query can do as we add these last three columns, the revenue, total sale, and order quantity. Now let's briefly go into Power Query. Now this is already a query that I already created, so you can come up here to the top right, click on Query, and then Edit, and that will bring you back into Power Query and bring up the query itself. Give it a second to load. Okay, now we're in Power Query. Now let's go to the Advanced Editor. And now these are the individual steps that produces this end result here in the background. And if you look over here to the right, these are the applied steps that are being created. So our source is it uses the Excel.current workbook. What does that mean? It means that the workbook that is currently open, and it has a table, an Excel table already named called Table 1. And all this function does is look for that Table 1 and pull in its content, the original content without these added columns here. So that's this step. That's the source step that you see here. Now, Power Query will automatically then create a change type step. So it automatically detects what they feel is what the data type should be for each and every one of these columns. This is the raw data here. Now down below here are the added steps that I'm going to walk you through that shows you how to create these columns. So our added revenue, we're calling this step our added revenue over here in the right and applied steps. What this does, it takes the Table.AddColumn function, okay, and it creates, and it has these four different arguments. Now the first argument here is where are we getting the data from to perform this add column? Well, this is the change type step that you see here, over here on the right here. So we're pulling data from the change type step, okay? Our second argument is what are we going to name this new column? We're going to call it revenue. So that's what that is. Now, this each argument here is basically, let's close this out here. What it's going to do is out of this change type step here, let's click back on it. Out of this data set here, for each and every single row, we're going to perform a calculation. So let's go back into the advanced editor. So notice these columns here. So for each row in that data set, we're going to look at the units, okay, the units column, and then multiply that by the unit price in the same row. And then whatever result is, that's going to be the value for that new column for that particular row. And it's just basically going to loop through, okay, each and every single row in the change type step and perform this calculation using the units and unit price column. And then it's going to, at the end, whatever value that it gets, it's going to convert that value to a type of number. Okay. And basically, this is the concept for the rest of these columns that we're creating here. It's going to be the same thing. We're going to create an added table total sales step. We're going to, and that's going to equal whatever, we're going to use the add column step, and we're going to revert back to the previous step, that data that we had there, the add revenue. This is where we're referencing now the column that we just created in the previous step. So we're going to call this new column total sale, and for each and every single row in the added revenue data set, we're going to take the revenue column plus the shipping cost, and this new value here, new column total sale, is going to equal that, and then we're going to convert it to type number. And we're going to do the same thing for this new step down here. We're going to create an order category column, and this time we're going to perform if else type logic. So it's going to reference the column that we just created in the previous step over here, total sale. It's going to say if the total sale is less than 500, we're going to assign it a category of small. If it's less than or equal to 2,000, which means that it's greater, it means that it's also equal to or greater than 500, then we're going to assign it medium. Anything else, we're going to give it this large value, and then convert that new column order category as type of text. And then at the end, we're just going to return our new data set, basically. So we're going to go down to the last step here, and as you can see, it created all these new columns based upon those calculations that we made in the advanced editor for all that. So now let's go back. Typically, you would go to, if you're doing this for the first time, you do close and load, and it's automatically going to create this new table for us over here. So that's how we could use the add column function, our Table.AddColumn functions in Power Query, to create new columns that your original data set didn't have. And you could do further analysis this way. So I want to thank you for stopping by today. You have a great day, and well, I'll talk to you on the next video, and remember to subscribe to my channel, and as always, please like and share this video because this helps it get out to more people. Thanks again. You have a great day.